Hello, everybody, and welcome. So, just flew a flight from Burlington, Vermont to Cape Cod, or to Hyannis, Cape Cod, in Massachusetts on Xplane 12. Used the Beach King Air 350 by Airfoillabs, and um, we're on Vatsim, on the Vatsim network, where there wasn't any ETC today, but we still got to share the airspace with other airplanes and users, so that was pretty good. Today we're going to run the session in real time, real world weather, and I won't have random failures activated today. So everything's in normal condition. So what you're seeing here is Navigraph. This is the flight planning software that's used for the simulator world. And yeah, what you see here is the airport chart for Burlington on Navigraph. So they are pretty much copies of real world charts. It's just they're not real charts. They're not approved charts. So don't use them for real world use. They're sim use only. Anyway, so we start here on the ramp and do our pre-flight. We taxi to Golf and depart runway 33, and this is the departure procedure for runway 33 that was used. And departed IFR out of Burlington. Joined the route to Lima Echo Bravo, flew our way down, descent into Hyannis, where we shot the RNAV runway 6 approach. Right there, landed runway 6. Wasn't too pleased with my landing, but hey, as they say, any landing that you walk away from, I guess, is a good landing. But we're picky as pilots, so more to work on this aircraft, and it's all about a learning experience. So hopefully everyone learns, because I sure did. Yeah, the legal alternate today would be Boston, and I have this airport here, Manchester, as my personal back pocket kind of tactic. Have an en route alternate. It's not required. It's just a technique. So that'd be my airport alternate en route if we couldn't make it to any of our other airports. And Boston is our alternate, like I said, the destination alternate. That's that. The rides are pretty good, just a little bit bumpy in descent here, obviously, because of the winds. A little bit bumpy on departure because of the winds, and mountains, but it was more so bumpy over here. Um, this is the Lido format of a flight plan from Simbrief. They are affiliated to Navigraph. So today we're flying Burlington to Hyannis. That's their proposed departure time, or expected departure time. Departed later than that. 14,281 pounds. I was a little bit under that. That's the estimated takeoff weight. And the alternate Boston, we're doing it at flight level 250. It's about an hour and a half flight, or an hour and 20 minutes, actually. And the fuel load, 1,931 pounds. And that's what the flight plan looks like. So it's just does it all for you. And that's the legs page, so you could keep track of your fuel and your flight progress and nav progress, or flight profile progress rather. This is the weather. So in Burlington, it was basically as shown here: 35012 knots, 10 Stetchmile viz, scattered 3000, and so on. Temperature was -5, and then in Cape Cod, it was a 360. Actually, ended up 01013, gusting 32. 10 Stetchmile viz, broken 3200 with 1 degree for temperature. The Boston alternate weather is good, and it throws you some NOTAMs, which are pretty much very identical to real world NOTAMs, but don't use it in real life because it's not for real world weather, or sorry, real world use. It's only sim use only. But Simbrief pushes or retrieves information from real world active NOTAMs, so to give your sim experience a more authentic, or to give you a more authentic simulator experience. So that's good. The King Air 350 from Airfoillabs, great airplane. Like I said, just There's a couple of significant quirks, but it's a great aircraft for real-world pilots or sim pilots to interact with and give themselves an authentic simulator experience. It's pretty close to the real airplane, at least as close as it'll probably get on the home simulator. So, highly recommended purchase. It's just I hope that Airfoillabs corrects those two quite significant faults that I found. Disclaimers for today. So the first flight of the day checks will assume they're all complete on the airplane. The aircraft's connected to ground power. You're going to see we are going to factor in anti-icing, de-icing procedures, or basically holdover times and having sprayed the airplane. And the mission today is we're carrying passengers from Burlington down to Hyannis. So that's going to be part of the factors of the day, and no autopilot on the airplane, although the systems are all functioning normally. So without further ado, we'll get into it. All right, so safety checks are done. The aircraft's powered up safely. It's probably on and off snow, so we'll mitigate that with our Type 4, our de-ice Type 1, and then our Type 4 fluid on the wings. So we're okay now. So obviously you'd probably do that with, you know, fuel truck or the fuel valves or all the valves over the wing closed, and probably even your cabin door closed, and engines off spray. So have the guys come and probably even put your covers on to protect your intakes, and have them come spray the wing, for example, with Type 1, get rid of that snow that's built up, and then we go with Type 4. So once it's done, they leave, they give you the bill, and you can go ahead with the fueling. So let's take care of that fuel load. You know what? Let's hop into the cockpit and do that in there. So it's nice and warm. Okay. That's good. We'll do a flap approach takeoff and V199. So we'll just do 100. So we'll just roll it up there. And V2 102. Sorry, VR 102, V2 107. Perfect. Bleed air and conditioning on, engine anti-ice. We'll leave it on for the precip and field length 3034. So let's say about 3000 is required. We got more than enough. And I bumped the V1 up for the Type 4. Just want to go over this again. So it's going to be Kilo Bravo Tango Victor 279 to Kilo Hotel Yankee Alpha runway 33. Direct Lebanon. There's no Lima Echo Bravo, no SID. I just want to cross check this again. Direct Lima. Sorry. So we did Lima Echo Bravo already. Direct Tommy. Direct Lima Whiskey Romeo November Charlie. Direct Lima Fox Victor. And onto, with a discount, onto runway 06. We have our charts here. We set up our cruise based on flight 250 here. At normal cruise power. So roughly around there with a bit of a pennant, like just a easy target, 200 knots, so that's good. All right, so I'm happy with that. We can step outside again. See what's going on. So we're pretty much done. Fueling's complete. Gives us a fuel bill. Fuel guide takes off. Vroom. Aircraft at critical surface inspection still looks good. So almost short of 1,000 aside. That's just short of 2,000, and the fuel required today was 1,931 pounds, so we're good. Righto, propeller levers feather, condition levers auto cut off, beacon light on. Before start, checklist complete. I'll open this window here so you hear the sound of the engine start. So we tell the ground crew we want to start the left engine side is clear. Got ignition. It's 12%, fuel on. Starter cut out. That looks like a good engine start. It's not snowing yet, so I'll just turn them on when we take off for the engine anti-ice, so the left engine's good. We'll ask to start a right engine. Right engine sight's clear. The ground crew say it's clear. Ignition, rotation. We'll go fuel on. ITT rise. 50% starter cutout. ITT's coming down. It's pretty good. Alright, it's the right engine is normal. Generator loads look good. You can disconnect external power. Of course, the chocks will be removed. And that's good. Since we're in an FBO ramp, we'll leave the props there until we're ready to taxi. Leave the flaps at 0, just until before takeoff because of the fluid on the wings. Since we're a little bit aft, I'll have it a little bit forwards on the trim there. Test the DH. Test the DH after. Okay. That's good here. Go with that. Go with that. That's good. These are checked. All right, annunciator is good. That's good. Flight controls. And go here. EFIS test. So the things I really test after race first flight of the day would be the EFIS and the DH. 50, the flags arm there, and I also test these the bus transfers. All right, after start checklist. Burlington Airport traffic, King Air, Golf Alpha, Foxtrot Romeo on the South General Aviation FBO. Going to taxi for departure, runway 33 IFR to the South Burlington. All right, left and right's clear. Foot on the brake, park brakes off. Brake testing. All right, brakes on. I'll do that. I'll go with the little kit today. That can come on, that can come on. Alt and flaps. All right, the engine anti-ice flaps set for takeoff. Before takeoff, checklist complete. Lineup check, bleed air on. Our wings look good. Transponder out, brake de-ice off, wing anti-ice off. Ice protection, little kit, compass checked. Auto ignition. Actually, I'll turn the windshield anti-ice on low, because we might get some in flight. Compass checked. We'll look at it on the runway actually. Lights to go, auto ignition's arm, weather radar, turn it on. The lineup check is complete with the lights to go. Burlington traffic, King Air, Golf Alpha, Foxtrot Romeo, taking position runway 33 via Charlie IFR departure to the south, Burlington. And Burlington traffic, King Air, Golf Alpha, Foxtrot Romeo departing runway 33 IFR to South Burlington. All right, the fuel's good, flaps configuration's good. Oversteered that one. And
hey, I hope you have a good flight due to Burlington. Take care.
thank you, buddy. You have a good one. Alpha Fox Romeo. That's nice. Instruments checked. Flight level 250. Let's go. Takeoff power set. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Burlington traffic, Alpha Foxtrot Romeo 1.2 climbing, flight level 250. IFR departure to South Burlington. Alright, temperature correction for 2,400 feet. We'll start the right turnout. Keep the flaps out. Track the flaps. What a nice guy, though. That's awesome. Good on that dude. And that's the sector altitude right there, so we're good. Burlington traffic, King Air Alpha Foxtrot Romeo southeast, about a mile, 6,400 feet climbing, flight level 250, en route towards Hyannis, Alpha Foxtrot Romeo in the Burlington area. Alright, so we'll just run a little bit of that. These Xplane views are so tough to use sometimes. Run a cycle on the boots. Pressurization's coming up. After takeoff, check this gear flaps up, up, land and taxi landing lights off. Yaw damper on, bleed air is checked, pressurization checked, engine gauge is checked. Annunciator panels checked. Inch-turn emergency lights off. Outside checked ice vanes are still on. So ice vanes means engine anti-ice. After takeoff, checklist complete. Still getting used to this new console I have. It's hard to put in rudder and stick at the same time. So the rudder is a pivot on the joystick here. So keep a good rate up here just to get out of the icing for the passengers. There's above 10,000. I'm still going to 250. Quick fuel check. That's good. Wings picked up ice. Still getting used to my buttons too. Pressurization looks good. Turn that off. Yeah, let's give her a little bit more juice here. $10,000 up, outside's check, the ice lights off, Rick lights off, radar altimeter leave it as is, pressurization check, cabin signs will leave them on after, or correction, the 10,000 up checks are complete. So he's good, they're good. Auto feathers off, that's good, that's good. Pressurization's at 6,000 feet. The cabin altitude, we'll correct our altitude a little bit there. And fuel, looked at it. So Lebanon was supposed to be 1498, about 1,500 pounds, and we're currently sitting at 1,600. So that's pretty good. Got 100 above. Applying fuel. Switches here all look good. So our nav data showing here. Should be there in about 41 minutes. So a cruise checklist. Alright, cruise checklist, condition levers low idle, cruise power is set. Ox fuel gauges, there's no fuel in there, so consider it checked. Auto feather off, pressurization checked, engine gauges checked, cruise checklist complete. So our flight plan's good, our nav, top of descent will be at about, say I'd do it about 80 miles from Hyannis. Here, 900,000 feet set. Pressurization started. Alright, altimeter set, fuel quantity balance checked. Ox transfer pumps off, flight instruments checked, auto feather arm, IFR setups complete. Briefing's complete.
Descent approach checklist complete. INS traffic, King Air Golf Alpha Foxtrot Romeo, about 8 miles north of Lima Fox Victor VOR, inbound RNAV runway 06 approach, fake gales, and are estimating the approach in about 5 minutes. We're now flight level 200 in descent for Alpha Foxtrot Romeo in the INS region. All right, so we're below, so we caught up mostly to the slope here. We're below 10,000. We did our checklists down to 3,000 now on the approach. We're past gale, and that's good. Slow down for the bumps. Let's get there. 4 for 3,000. Pressurization's good. INS traffic, King Air Alpha Foxtrot Romeo are joining on the RNAV approach, runway 06 via Jebim. We're estimating wheels down in about 10 minutes. Alpha Foxtrot Romeo in the Hyannis airport area. All right, so we got our briefing done, preparations done, briefing done, checklist done. We're good to go on the approach. Our fuel is checked. We're good for it, and got enough for another approach too. And our navs are sequenced. Perfect. Flap approach there. The engine anti-ice off. Minus traffic Alpha Foxtrot Romeo, about 10 mile final RNAV approach runway 06, wheels down in about 7 minutes. Alpha Foxtrot Romeo, Hyannis. Turn that on again. All right, it was 100. There's minimums now. And full flap. Alpha Foxtrot Romeo clear of the active Charlie 1, taxiing Charlie for the apron. That was pretty. That wasn't too bad. Can always be better though. Hyannis traffic King Air Alpha Foxtrot Romeo crossing 33 on Charlie. And we'll take Alpha and then get into the apron, clear left and right.
And we'll go to that FBO here where all the Piaggios are. Taking all the room, so go next to the FBO, I guess. Just make up our own rules. Park brakes on. All right, they can start unbuckling. We'll turn that up, turn that off. Whoops. Whoa. Damn it, Xplane. All right. Down here and shut that off. Shut these guys off. And you want to let the engine cool down a bit since it's good. And welcome to Hyannis. All right, so that's good. Put some prop ties on the props there for the ground crew so they don't smack their head. And that's that. So thanks for joining. Welcome to Hyannis again, and hope you guys like this video. Hope you learned something. And without further ado, we'll see you on the next one. Beautiful airplane. Cheers.